So I was working with Pat Flynn at the time, and one of the amazing things that I got from working with Pat was understanding email lists and understanding having your own audience that you could directly contact at any point in time. And so when I was working with Pat, this is before I started to really get into social media and use it the way that Gary taught. Um, I just started collecting emails, and I put out great information and great content and collecting emails. And I realized I could just interact directly with my email list. I didn't even need to put anything out publicly. I could just solely write my email list. I didn't have to publish anything on social media. I didn't need a huge audience. I had a very small audience at that time, but I had a social media list of people who really, really cared about me and valued what I had to say. And I remember for the first time since beginning in the online world for several years, probably for the first time in about 4 to 5 years, feeling completely independent and being like, wow, this is great. I don't even need to post on social media. And that's actually, people ask me now, they're like, are you worried like if your social media account gets taken down or whatever? I'm like, that obviously wouldn't be good. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I'd be totally fine because I have an email list and I have a text list and I have lists that I can contact people directly. And if I never wanted to post on social media again, it wouldn't be a problem because I could always just reach out to my email list that I've spent the last 11 years building. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, the biggest thing was, and I see this all the time. Like, for example, I've seen people doing this. I've seen this entire multiple, actually, like the gurus, like the mastermind gurus saying, make a private Facebook page that people can go on and then and get all of your audience to follow you on a private Facebook page. Like, what a stupid fucking idea. All of the time and effort and energy that you're getting to funnel people onto this other social media platform to a private page is you could just use that time and energy to get them on your email list. Because on a Facebook page, you don't control that. You have no control over the Facebook page. You have no control over who's going to see it. It's why not just get them? And on a Facebook page, there are many positive aspects about community, which is one of the reasons why, we have one for the mentorship and we have one for the inner circle, but we're also we have a very unique approach to it. And we're very clear with we make sure that the communities that we build are very positive and uplifting and encouraging. And that takes real work. That's not something that you do passively. You don't want to have this like poisonous, obnoxious community where people are gossiping and all. That's like what was going on in Facebook back in 2013, 2014, 2015, when I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. In an email list, there's no toxicity. There's no bickering. There's no gossiping. It's just you and the person you're emailing. And if you could have hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of people you're emailing, but it's still one-on-one communication. And I think that's really how you build these one-on-one interactions, these one-on-one relationships with people, just with you, not worrying about what other people are saying or other people are commenting. It's you and them. And I think for me, that was the biggest turning point initially, was developing an email list and getting one-on-one contact with people in a real close individual way.
I love that. And not to mention, like, some people might hear that and say, yeah, well, you can get banned from social media, but your email service provider could also kick you off the platform, right? Like, so do you really have direct access? Yes, you do, because you can export your emails and literally have them in an Excel file on your computer, not in the cloud somewhere, and actually have those lists. So if you couldn't send via your current email service provider, you could send via another email service provider or in many other ways, but you have direct access. And two, some may also say, well, you don't actually have direct access to them because Yahoo or Gmail or whoever else your emails might go to the marketing tab. They might go to the spam tab. They might, similar to how an algorithm might not show you someone's content you want to see, their Gmail might not let you get into their inbox. It's so easy. Like, I'm subscribed to a handful of newsletters that I want to read. It's so easy to see those, right? Yeah. Like, pull it from marketing into the other thing, and you're going to see it every single time. They know if you're opening every single time, it's never going to spam. Whereas you could follow someone on Instagram and really want to see their stuff and not end up seeing very much of their stuff over time.
Yeah, you can see it in the data. And Facebook releases their information. All these platforms release how, like, what percentage of your audience will organically see it. Facebook business pages are less than 1%. Like, less than 1% of the people who follow your page will actually see it. Instagram, definitely less than 10%. It might even be less than 5% right now. Whereas you look at deliverable emails, it's over 98%. Having over 98% delivered to their inbox. And like, if you write good emails, it's usually between a 25 to 50% open rate. It's like, you can't argue with that. Not to mention, like you said, you can download all the emails, have it on your computer. Worst comes to worst, I will go to my Gmail account and one by one input all of these emails into a BCC and write them all a damn email. Like,
or not even a BCC, write them an email one-to-one like we used to.
One by one,
back
exactly.
In the day, before Jordan and I knew that there was this thing called, I don't know.
Autoresponders.
Well, yeah, not even autoresponder, but like when a template via WordPress where they could sign up to get your lead magnet, and then you could have a pre-written email that they received. No. When they put their email address in there, I would get a notification, and then at the beginning of each day, I would look at all of the people who signed up for it, and I would one-on-one email each person, attach the PDF of the beginner's fitness guide, send it to them. Yeah, that was a wild
Those are the
time.
days, man.
We were just young and like just
hungry.
Just ready to like get dirt under our fingernails and get after it. Very different than where I'm at right now.
Email really is. Listen, social media is great. And that's one of the best things I learned from working with Gary and watching him is the email list crowd, the email marketing crowd is very derogatory towards or pessimistic towards the social media. Because they always say things like, oh, you don't need social media to make sales. Email is where all the sales happen. And I agree, the majority of sales happen over email. But what I realized from building my social was that it's better to have both than either alone. And if you are more active on social media and you have a more engaged audience, then you will have better sales and better open rates on email. So when I wasn't as active on social media, my open rates were much lower, and like much lower by like 25. They were 25 to 30%, which is still very high. But now that I'm more active on social and people actually are seeing what I'm saying and they care, my open rates are between 45 to 50%, which is, I think, is a direct result of they've developed a closer relationship with me through social media. So when they see something come through via email, they're much more interested in what I'm going to say. And if they see me talking about something on social media or promoting it, and then I send them an email about it, they're more likely to buy it because they've seen closer looks at it on social media. So they both play into each other. But I think having an email list is your insurance policy. It's your fail safe. That's like no matter what, you've got that. And I think that should be something you're building from day one, week one, to the day that you're done with all of this. Like, you should always, always, always be building that and maintaining it.